Okay, this is just a reminder. Again, casual. Feel free to speak up, asking or confirming things. It's okay while we're doing the session. Uh, Bef and well, if there is no questions up to this point, let me let me explain what is expected for the day after tomorrow. So as I mentioned last week, we have 3 meetings. One is last week. The second meeting is today. And after that, the day after tomorrow, we will have our final session. And you probably already get the slides from the leaders and regarding this activity. And I would like to inform you further about this. So what we are trying to do is after this is about solving a problem using a digital approach. As I mentioned last week, you don't have to be worried whether your solution is pretty much makes sense or not. Just be confident and be imaginative in solving an issues. The approach, the vehicle is an app. So think about a magic app or something like that, if you will. But the idea is basically today we are trying to create some wireframe. You already know last week that probably you in every group there will be a coder, an IS or CS students that will be a coder. For IS and CS student, you will have follow-up meeting, follow-up class after this session. So anything that is made in your group today, this hour, you will use it the next hour to make it into a Marvel app. So it is important that during the next hour until the session is up, your group already make the wireframe necessary. I will explain it about the wireframe, and maybe you already know about the wireframe. It's pretty much like this, what in front of your screen. It's pretty much just a sketch, roughly sketch. You don't have to be very precise. The important thing is you can explain what does it means. If you click this, then this kind of screen will show up and things like that. Like I already explained to you last week. That is the most important thing for your assignment today. And maximum you can only, you can make 3. You can make more than 3, of course, but it doesn't really necessary. Our target today is only have make 3 pages, and it doesn't have to be very perfect. And after, as I already mentioned earlier, you will have the presentation. So this is only some some reminder for you, or tools you can use it to be used inside the group. The designer, what are the remaining tasks for designer, what are the remaining tasks for the coders, and what are the remaining tasks for the project managers to be prepared for your final presentation the day after tomorrow. There will be a presentation the day after tomorrow. So in our next meeting, there is only a presentation. We don't have any activities that is really important besides the presentation. Maybe some debrief, and that's it. On the presentation, what important is you will do some votings. So there are 2 votes that the students will participate directly. It's basically every one of you, each individual will vote about who are the group that is best presented. And by best, it's something that may be presented very clearly. Uh, it's up to you. I mean, it's basically the best is uh, just the best presented. Um, the definition is up to you. We are not trying to limit the definition of best. Maybe you think best is the one that is more makes sense, the most makes sense solution. It's up to you. And besides the best presentation, you also have a favorite presentation. And the definition of the favorite is very much the one that you like the most. Maybe because it's being out of the box, maybe because it's delivered very funny, very casual. It's up to you. So favorite and best. The favorite is basically has no foundation at all. It's the one that you like the most, regardless of the reason. So favorite is the one that you pick as I like it, and best is more about yeah, I think that's more cool presented. Oh yeah, that makes sense. Those kind of stuff. So favorite and best. I'm not trying to limit your definition, and feel free. And more important is you can pick your own group as well. So no worry at all. Up to this point, any one of you have any questions? This is what you're going to do today and the day after tomorrow. So yeah. If not, there is no question. I will try to help you. What do you call it? Refining your work, and I would like to help you to make sure that every coders will have something to bring in the next class. All right. How do we have a full team member right now in every group? Let me check. We only have, okay. I don't think we have full member. Very few member students online. We have, oh no, we have 39 participants here, but okay. For the, anyone have any questions up to this point?
Sir, I
Yes.
have something to ask.
Yeah.
So for the coders, do we need to like make the design only, or should we also need to specify like what does this do, what does this do, or something?
The
Like,
second one. So it's more about, so imagine that, okay, I'll give you an example from my previous meeting, like this one. So, here, for example, this is what you're going to do today. You make 3 wireframes. There are 3 wireframes in front of you right now. So up to this point, I believe every group has their own problems to be solved. And the way it's going to be solved is using a magic app for today. This is what you're trying to do. So what you're trying to do at this session is figuring out how the solution works using an app. In this example, the issues is, what do you call it? I have a broken pipe or broken electricity wiring in my house, and I cannot find a handyman to fix it easily because I have no knowledge about that. I don't have any experience in doing that, and so on and so on. There are many reasons. That's why this app is come in handy in solving my problem. The way the app works, this is what you're going to work right now, is on the first page is I need to choose my problem. So this one choose means there are some options like broken pipe or electricity issues or wiring or whatever. You can discuss it within the group, and then some description about the problem, additional description, and about the location. What the apps do after I the user, you fill this information, just click the SOS button, and that's it for the first wireframe. The SOS button will send a signal to handyman around me, blah blah blah. It doesn't, well, it's involved in your solution, but it doesn't have to be what do you call it, captured in your wireframe. It's part of the story. It's part of the process. So what happened next? There is a handyman around me come to my house, and then what do you call it? Inform me about he can repair my problem, my broken pipe. And the way I authenticated him is by scanning some barcodes that is shown in his phone. It doesn't have to be this way. It's up to you how you make the story and how you make the functions of the app. It's up to your group again. This sample, I need to scan to authenticate this person. And after everything is done, then what I have to do is just rating this person, give them the star, and that is. So the coder will, again, what you're trying to do as a group is to create this kind of wireframe for, what do you call it? The story behind it, the process behind it, it will be prepared by designers and the project managers perhaps, or you can discuss it as a group. It's fine. It's totally up to you. But what the coder will do after this session is changing this picture, changing this wireframe into a Marvel app. So you will be guided by Pak Sam. Again, if the speaker is not changed, it should be Pak Sam. You will be guided to make this sketch into reality for the coders. And for designers and also the project managers, you can, while your coder friends make it happen in Marvel app, you can, what do you call it, refine the process, refine the story, and so on. So far, it's clear?
Yeah, it's clear. Thank you.
So I think if there is no problem, and you guys will present the day after tomorrow. So the project manager or the representative of your group. So choose one person, and it doesn't have to be long. Maybe maximum 10 minutes presentation. It doesn't have to be very long. It doesn't have to be very details. Remember, guys, this is a very casual session, a very, very casual activity. So don't be stressed out. As I mentioned earlier, feel free to bring some snacks or drinks if you want. And then after that, yeah, it's very, very casual. And it is intended to be a teaser activity for your class in the second and third semester. So is every group ready? We will distribute you into the groups after this, into the breakout rooms, and we will spend maybe half an hour just do the rough wireframe. It's okay. You can use PowerPoint. You can use just Sketch and then just write it in a piece of paper. That's all right. And the coders just can screen capture it or whatever. It's okay. And when you are distribute into the group, then make sure that you can communicate with everyone in that group. Not everyone is being what do you call it, invited, for example, in group chat or whatever, and it's also happened in every classes, in the 8 classes, between 8 classes, so it's commonly happen. So yeah, that's it. After you are distributed into a group, and maybe about okay, now is 11:30, yeah, maybe half an hour, and then after that we will go to this main room again, and then we will, I think I will help you to refine the wireframes to everyone. Is that okay with you guys?
Yes.
All right, so I think it's time to go to the breakout rooms. Um, Maybe the host can help me. See you in the breakout room. For everyone that is not yet in a room, I will assign it to you later on. But for everyone that will be in a room, you can start to discuss your solution and what kind of your wireframe in this session. I will, after I assign everyone into their groups, I will go to every room and then I will help you and we can have a in-depth discussion about what we're going to do next. See you guys soon and happy working. I will try to close the room soon. So people from group 6, you can utilize this or you can use I will try to facilitate you another, what do you call it, another room after this, okay, because it's not fair, because you guys deserve a space to collaborate together. Okay, I already closed the breakout room, so people will come here in the next minute. And after this, I will reassign you guys again, and then you can spend time while having your break as well. Hello, everyone. Okay. Thank you for participating. Again, I will inform you. This is very casual. Feel free if you want to do this while you're having your lunch, snacks, or drinks. It's okay. I do find out that groups difficult the breakout room, so I will facilitate another session, or I will facilitate a room, an empty room for you guys to still discuss. Again, I already visited every groups in this class. There are group 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. What I'm trying to do right now is give you time to have your lunch, to do some refreshment, to do some activities. It's okay until the next class or the next session. At the same time, if you feel that you need to have more time in discussing your wireframe for the next class, please do so. What I'm going to do now is, I trust you guys. You guys already have your idea and your own wireframe, but I haven't checked if every group has their own wireframe ready or not. I don't really mind about that. For those group who doesn't have the coder, don't be worried. Again, it's more about how you present your idea and how the solution, how your app is going to work to solve the problem. So your presentation tomorrow, the day after tomorrow in September 9th is about, we want to tackle this problem, any problem, every group has their own problem, right? We want to tackle this problem by using this app. And the app will be function like this. That is basically your presentation. Your one pager that you've been doing so far is a material for you to develop your presentation. You can present the problem with the background of, for example, one group is going to bring up some climate change issue. So the one pager that you've been research, that you've been doing, will be useful in developing that presentation. And for the people, for the groups that has coders, you will have an, what do you call it? The Marvel app will help your presentation in order to. So what we're trying to do with this app is you're showing your Marvel app after that by clicking this, and then it's going to be open, and then you click this, and then it will be something like this. It will be smoothly explained using the Marvel app. But for the groups who doesn't have a Marvel app, so you don't have to create a Marvel app. If you want to do it by yourself, it's okay, but I'm not suggesting that way. You're just doing the presentations like I did when I'm showing you the example. You're just showing the idea, and we'll click this red button, and then it shows this, and it's basically a storytelling. You're telling a story about the problem and how your idea will solve that. That will be your presentation the day after tomorrow. So if you, and the format of the presentation is very free. You can choose any format, any type of your choosing. If you feel more convenience in showing a video presentation, then it will be fine. You can create some clips and then try to to create a video from that, or you want to create a PowerPoint presentations, that's okay. If you are trying to combine the presentation with some quiz or with some anything, it's up to you. The only rules is that 10 minutes presentation maximum. It can be less. So maximum is 10 minutes. It can be less, and that's it. The content of presentation is the problem, the background of the problem, the story of the problem, anything related to the problem, and your solution. And that's it. So far, everything's clear. I will again open a breakout room, but you can what do you call it? You can use the time to do your lunch. You can use the time to do anything. For the coders, the what do you call it? The most important thing is you have your wireframe for the next class, because it is. I think Pak Sam need that. If you somehow you haven't finished your wireframe, at very least you have an idea of the problem and how the app will solve it. Is there any other question? No? Okay. So if there is no other questions, then feel free to move away from your computer. I will still open this class. I will still open this room, this Zoom, and I will give you some what do you call it? Some space to discuss again. All right, I will open this room, and then feel free if you want to discuss. Feel free if you want to continue your work. Feel free if you want to do your break. I wish you good luck and Have a nice afternoon, guys. See you in the next 2 days, the day after tomorrow. I'll invite you to the breakout rooms, and you can go to that small room and do your thing. Thank you, everyone, and see you this Wednesday. Feel free to log out and leave this room. Don't stress out. We have a very loose presentation this Wednesday, so feel free to use any format that suit you the best. Thank you, Yoshela. Thank you, Ashley.